If you're not incorporating self compassion into your personal growth work, then I invite you to spend the next few minutes with me where I talk about and inspire you to learn how to do so for your soul's evolution, for your personal development journey, for your family, for your legacy, for your health. So many reasons why. So let's talk about first, what is self compassion? Why is it so important? So, I would say that self compassion is a sense of mindful awareness of being kind to yourself. Now, there are so many ways you could be kind to yourself. You can have, let's say, a self care day, or you can buy yourself an ice cream. I'm not talking about any of these things. What I'm referring to is the way you relate to yourself. Did you know that we produce about 80,000 thoughts every single day? Now, scientific studies have shown that most of these thoughts are the same ones repeating over and over again. Now, imagine that these thoughts are negative. They're thoughts of low self worth, not deserving, beating up on yourself. I'm garbage, I've even heard people say. Imagine those thoughts and what they're doing to your emotions and what they're doing to your physical health. So, if you're watching this and you have been experiencing cycles, maybe lifetime, decades of depression and anxiety, like a low level of a sense that I'm just not okay, low levels of stress, and maybe you're experiencing physical symptoms, chronic illness or pain, and maybe your relationships aren't exactly where you want them to be, then I'd love for you to pay attention about why self compassion is so important. Now, where does it come from? Where do these feelings of anxiety, depression, low self worth come from? Toxic shame, for example. If you think back to your childhood environment, we have lots of keys there, lots of understanding, and where healing needs to begin. So maybe your family environment was not supportive, not caring. Maybe your parents had emotional troubles of their own. They were very busy, didn't have really time. And maybe there's a long line of family generational kind of toxic shame or depression and anxiety, right? So the environment itself is kind of like a stew for what to work on in your life, right? We're all in a soul's evolution. We're all given the circumstances that we need to learn the lessons that we need to refine ourselves. That's what personal development is. That's what healing is all about. So maybe you had a parent or a caretaker or a sibling that was kind of maybe emotionally abusive or verbally abusive towards you, and you kind of integrated that into a reflection of yourself, and as a result of that there's some low self-worth. We could explore different reasons why, what's at the root of this. The important thing to remember is that self compassion is the key to freedom. It's the key to freeing you from a lifetime of this cyclical underlying stress, depression, and anxiety and overwhelm in life in general. The benefits of learning how to be self compassionate are so many. Let's start with the physical benefits. You will have better physical health. You will have a way to inform your bodies. Every cell of your body, the trillions of cells of your body, inform them that they are safe and that life is good and that you are worthy and that you are loved. Imagine the kind of physical health that you could thrive from when you have self-compassion. Or, for example, your emotional health. Imagine going through the day when you're not feeling depressed and anxious, but rather you are feeling hopeful and feeling a lot of trust and just getting things done because you're feeling that sense of safety and security, that you're okay and that everything's okay around you. And what about your relationships? If you're struggling with your spouse or your children, maybe that's a reflection of what's going on in your own chaos, in that chaos in your mind with those 80,000 negative thoughts that you're telling yourself, that inner critic, that perfectionism. So these are all possibilities, these are benefits of learning how to be more self compassionate. So here's a quick story of something really beautiful that happened in one of my mini sessions. Okay, so that's a 30-minute session, and some of it's talking, and some of it is intuitive healing, and some of it is guided healing. So my client was invited to have self-compassion in an exercise that we did. And in a very short period of time, my client was able to go from a feeling of low level depression and anxiety in her system to feeling relaxed and calm and inner joy, a sense of trust in the process of life, a sense of that she can get to her next level, that she can evolve into the next best version of herself with so much positivity and inspiration and motivation to continue this work. So this is what's possible. You don't have to be stuck with negative thinking. You don't have to be stuck in physical illness or these negative emotions that just don't give you a high quality of life. What I want for you, what I wish for you is to be able to learn the skills of self compassion so that you can thrive, so that you can feel good. And if you need some help with that, please reach out. I'm very, very happy to support you. So let's just take a quick review of what we're talking about. Self compassion is the key to your healing, to your personal growth, because maybe, you know what, if you inherited a childhood environment or family that struggled with this too, depression, anxiety, and you experienced emotional or verbal abuse, physical abuse as a child, and you had a sense of low self-worth that has continued over decades when that have just kept going, then self-compassion is the next step to be able to free yourself from that so that you can step into the next best version of yourself. So I hope that was inspiring. I hope that motivates you to get curious about how self compassion can give you a better quality of life. And with that, I'm Devorah Gila Berkowitz, wishing you much love, many blessings, and remember to connect to your ease and flow soul.